6 tires, 1 ranking, 0 fluff. Pick the wrong all season and you are white-knuckling it through every wet highway curve you hit. We tested the field so you don't have to gamble your safety on a bad call. By the end of this, you will know exactly which tire to buy. Pick the wrong load range V tire and you are not just wasting money, you are rolling a loaded die every single time you hit the highway. A tire that can't hold its rated pressure under a heavy payload doesn't just wear out fast. It squirms, it overheats, and it fails. Sidewall blowouts at 70 miles per hour are not a spec sheet problem. They are a real-world catastrophe. We have gone through the data, the owner reports, the engineering claims, and we have separated the tires that actually deliver from the ones that just sound good in a product listing. 6 contenders, 1 real winner. And by the time we hit number 1, you are going to wonder how the others were ever on the shelf. Coming in at number 5, if you drive anywhere that is not a parking lot, this tire has a reputation that precedes it. The BF Goodrich All-Terrain T/AKO2 in LT 215/65 R16. This is the tire off-road drivers argue about at 11 p.m. on forums, and for good reason. BF Goodrich built it with interlocking tread elements that stabilize the center of the tire while giving you biting edges in every direction. What does that mean on the road? Mud, snow, loose dirt, rocks, it grips, and it holds. It carries a severe winter rating, meaning it earned the 3-Peak Mountain Snowflake badge. That is not a marketing sticker. That is a federal performance certification. And buyers know it. 4,831 verified ratings, averaging 4.8 out of 5. That is not luck. That is consistency. Now here is the honest part. We do not have enough real-world data on this specific size to call it a slam dunk for your setup. So if you are spec matching for a light truck or SUV, verify your fitment before you commit. Solid tire. Just do your homework. But the one coming in at number 4, that one stopped us cold. Coming in at number 4, the BF Goodrich All-Terrain T/AKO2 in LT 265/75 R16. If you drive somewhere that actually punishes tires, rocky trails, deep mud, a legitimate Colorado winter, this is the tire that stops the conversation. BF Goodrich built the KO2 with what they call CoreGuard technology, and the result is sidewalls that are 20% tougher than the previous generation. That matters the second a jagged rock edge tries to slice through your sidewall at speed. It also carries a Mountain Snowflake certification, meaning it passed real winter traction standards, not just an all-season label slapped on for marketing. Max load hits 3,415 pounds with an 80 psi ceiling, so it handles serious hauling without flinching. Buyers agree. This thing sits at a 4.8 out of 5 across 115 reviews, which is nearly impossible to argue with. The KO2 is built for the driver who needs a tire that works when conditions get ugly. If your roads are mostly smooth highway, it may be more tire than you need. But if they are not, skipping this one is a decision you will regret. The next tire, though, that is where this list gets genuinely interesting. Coming in at number 3, the Cooper Discoverer AT3XLT in LT 275/7 OR18 at $333.99. If your truck actually works for a living, towing, hauling, loaded bed every weekend, this is the tire built for that reality. The Cooper Discoverer AT3XLT, 4.7 stars across 907 reviews. That is not a fluke. Those are real truck owners putting real weight behind a real verdict. Cooper built this thing with rugged traction shoulders that grip boulders and claw through mud without shredding on the way back to the highway. The aggressive sidewall design is not cosmetic. It is functional armor against the punctures and abrasion that quietly destroy lighter tires under heavy loads. And that 60,000-mile treadwear warranty tells you Cooper is not worried about what happens when you actually use it. Here's the honest part. If your truck rarely leaves the pavement and never sees a payload, you are buying more tire than your driving demands. Skip it. But if you load up, tow heavy, and occasionally leave the road behind, skipping this one is how you end up replacing cheaper tires twice. The number 2 pick, though, raises the stakes even further. Coming in at number 2, the General Tire Grabber A/TX in LT 265/7 OR17. If you want aggressive off-road capability without surrendering your sanity on the daily commute, this is the tire that closes that gap. At $295.97, it sits at a price point where the math just makes sense. That 4.6 out of 5 rating across 420 real buyers is not a fluke. That is consistency. Here is what General actually built into this thing. The tread design is rugged and aggressive, purpose-built to bite into loose dirt and wet rock, but they engineered low road noise right into the construction, so you are not white-knuckling through highway drone every morning. The manufacturer backs the durability with up to 60,000 miles of tread life coverage. That is not a marketing number. That is confidence in the compound. The honest knock? If you are purely a pavement driver and never touch a dirt road, this is more tire than you need. Skip it and save the money. But if your weekends look different from your weekdays and you want one tire that handles both without compromise, The Grabber A/TX earns its silver medal. The number one pick, though, that one genuinely surprised us. Coming in at number 1, the Toyo Open Country A/T3 LT2 85/75 R16 at $298.02. Here is why it surprised us. Fewest reviews on this entire list, 12, and it still takes the top spot. That should tell you something right there. Toyo built this tire around a rubber compound that resists cutting and chipping on rough terrain, meaning the tread that protects you on day 1 is still protecting you deep into year 3. That is not a small thing. Most all-terrains get chewed up by sharp rock and trail debris faster than owners expect. This one fights back. Wet roads get the same respect. The compound stays grippy when it matters most, not just when conditions are perfect. And then you climb back on the highway, and it stays quiet and comfortable. No droning, no vibrating, just miles. For a load range E-tire rated at 126/123R, that kind of refinement is genuinely rare. Heavy hauler capability without the punishing ride. That is the full package. If you run mixed terrain, carry real weight, and refuse to babysit your tires every season, this is the one built for you. Links are in the description. Check the current price before it moves. Now let's cut straight to the numbers that actually matter at the register and on the road. Price first. Budget picks sit around $60 to $80 per tire. Mid-tier runs $90 to $120. Premium climbs past $150. Paying more does not automatically buy you better. It buys you better at something specific. Know what that something is before you click Add to Cart. Tread durability separates the contenders fast. Many owners report budget compounds wearing thin inside 18 months under daily highway miles. Mid-tier options typically hold their depth noticeably longer. Wet grip is where a wrong choice stops being annoying and starts being dangerous. Shallow, harder compounds lose their bite in standing water. Full stop. Dry traction? Most tires look identical on paper and feel identical until a sudden lane change at 70. Highway noise is the one buyers forget until mile 1 of a long drive. Then it owns them. The tire that wins this comparison earns it on all 4 counts together, not just one. Coming up next, the top pick that swept every category. Here is the bottom line. Every tire on this list solves something. Pick the wrong one, and you are solving the wrong problem. But the number 1 pick is different. It did not win one category. It swept them. Comfort, grip, longevity, value. All 4, no compromise. That is rare. That is why we investigated, so you do not have to guess. Links are in the description. Check today's pricing and make a confident call. You have done the research. Now go make the right one. Drop your tire pick in the comments. We read every one. Hit subscribe so you never overpay again. Affiliate links are below. Current prices. No guesswork. You did the research. Now own it.